just walked across from the station, and we're now at the bottom of the Enterprise Rockers HQ, and fortunately at the bottom of HQ is a historic building, and it's got a cafe called Chambers Cafe, and Alan and Nicola run this, and next door to it is Hair by Helena, and that's Alan's wife, and she's got a hairdressing and beauty business. And it's always been my ambition to be a bit like the people that I see in Greece and in Spain, that when they get to a certain age, and as you know I'm very old, then what they tend to do is just play games outside and drink coffee and maybe the odd glass of wine as well, and play away the day playing backgammon and chess and all those kind of things, and the day just meanders away in the sunshine. And because Scarborough is always sunny, then that's something I could do. But my preferred game is Snakes and Ladders. What I'm going to do is explain one of my attorney's top tweets, which is ask for help from a business owner, test trade first, preferably whilst you're in a job, and bootstrap, don't borrow, by showing you how it works with a game of Snakes and Ladders. Now, the object of starting and running your own business is to be able to climb up more ladders than you end up finding snakes that actually take you down and away from your business. And the first mistake most people make is that they start the game of Snakes and Ladders at number 1. In other words, they write a business plan, they get some money, there's that fantastic feeling of relief that they've got some kind of loan or something behind them, and then they start trading at 1. That's not a good idea, it's not a good thing to do. Basically, ditch the business plan, find a customer means that in actual fact you learn how to start and run your business from finding customers and asking them questions, which allows you to create the kind of products and services that they want. In the old days, when I started off my business, bank managers actually had relationships with businesses, and they really understood businesses exceptionally well, and accountants still do. And one of the things that I was told when we started our business in 1986 was that one of the things that the accountants and bank managers in our area always did was they doubled the amount of time it would take for the person to realise their income expectations, and they halved the amount of income that they expected to get in the first 18 months, 2 years of their business. And so what you've really got to do is get time on your side, which means that hopefully whilst you're still in a job, that you actually do something called test trading. And that means that I would say take you right up to number 50 before you actually start your business full time. In other words, you can use online platforms, you can use markets, it doesn't matter what you use, but you've got to find customers before you'll actually know that you can actually start and run a viable business. And bootstrap, don't borrow means don't end up with a millstone around your neck of investors, banks, anybody with loans and money. Build gradually until you've got it going. Every top entrepreneur that I've met actually didn't have an investment. One of the big problems we've got is something called like reality television, really, which suggests that the whole world is going out there pitching for funding. Well, in actual fact, the majority of the business owners that you see aren't any better at picking winning businesses than anybody else. You will know more about your own business by finding your own customers for your unique offer. And for example, Dragon's Den has 140 plus deals in the first 11 series. Only 70 plus of them actually went through for various reasons. 1 in 5 of those businesses are not trading anymore. So an investor, somebody looking for a return of money, is a millstone, is a snake that you can't afford to have in your business. So let's say we're starting at 51. Let's see what actually happens. And what I brought with me is, I do love jungles, and so I've got Zen the zebra, and Zen the zebra is a bit wimpy really, I suppose, but in order to get him through, or her, through, I can't really tell, through this jungle, what we need is some help. And so what I brought is Leo the lion. Definitely male this. The males tend to do all the serious roaring and get all the sex. And this is the business owner that will help Zen, our giraffe, get through the jungle. So basically we've thrown a 7, and that will take us to there, and let's for the purpose of this we'll actually go to one of the ladders here. Now, what could be a ladder that will actually make sure that you're always able to keep moving up? I think it's about constantly developing multiple income streams, never putting all your eggs in one basket, always looking for other things. When myself and my best friend, business partner Claire, started off, we both had other things that we did. I did some lecturing at colleges, Claire did some other things with her family property business, Nigel, who's filming this, has had lots of different income streams through his life. I sell, even today, I sell books, I do consultancy, I do speaking engagements, I do all sorts of different things, if you like, so I'm never relying on just one income stream. That's really important. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, and that's really helpful. Now, a business owner will also help you. If I'd got on to 87 and that snake looks a real bad one. By the way, did you realise that, you know, in The Lion King, which is one of my favourite stories, I would never really expected that Elton John knew as much about jungles and things as he obviously did. And absolutely fantastic. I thought it was more like me, a kind of more football and inside and party type person. Anyway, but basically we could go all the way down there. Now, when you've just started your business, you're very vulnerable to lots of people that can take you all down. We've talked about things like investors, but there are also the people that are selling you things like insurances, things to make you look good, like cars, like equipment, like all these kind of different things that you actually don't need at the beginning. And there's something called lean startup. Actually, I call it like stripping for freedom. Make sure in those startup stages that you don't spend money on anything that you don't know will work. Advertising is one of the worst things. People can often spend a great deal of money at the beginning on advertising before they've even done any test trading to find out what their customers will look at and what will influence them to buy. So there are many different things that can actually take you down all that way in the early days of your business, and it's usually because there's more money going out than is actually coming in, and you've got less of your time and money to spend on actually getting customers, and that's the most important thing. Because the most important thing are these ladders going up. Get a business owner to help you decide whether a friend, somebody, particularly if I was running a hairdressing business or if I was running a cafe, then what I would do is talk to a cafe owner in Devon or a hairdresser in another area where they're not competing with us, and just ask their advice. You'll find micro-business owners are willing to help each other as long as they're not competing with each other, because our real competition is the big large companies and governments. So that's about test trading, it's about getting a business owner to actually help you, it's about bootstrap, not borrowing, and after a while you'll get as good as me at snakes and ladders as well.